bit of early help. Both these players also playing doubles in between their singles, although Ostapenko is out of the women's. She's still got some mixed tomorrow, and Coco Gauff is partnering Jessica Pegula.
Well, one thing every player knows who has to face Jelena Ostapenko on the court is that she is going to hit big and bigger. And you just have to accept a certain amount of winners. There will be balls that will have so much pace you won't be able to control it. That's the mindset you've got to approach it with.
Good combination.
Well, we look at Ostapenko and sometimes we think she cannot possibly keep hitting it that big and hit it that consistently. But sometimes she just finds that range, and she's such a good ball striker. That ball is coming with some heat. Ball.
Looked a little surprised that she didn't quite make it. But the electronic line calling, there's no quibbling. Great serve up the centre. First game point. 17th seed.
Juice.
Already Ostapenko giving some questioning looks the other side of the court to her camp, but those balls clearly out.
Is there a better stare down in tennis than Ostapenko's?
Can't think of one at the moment.
Not much your coaching team can do though now, is there? The ball's close to the line. You just want to make sure she's not staring at you, Laura. First game, a hold of serve for Ostapenko. Leads by a game to love.
Out. 15-9.
Gauff in these early stages knows she's just got to get ready at times, track down a lot of balls, stay in points. One or two extra balls and she can maybe get some of those misses.
There's a lot of power coming from the Ostapenko end. Look again. She doesn't like the electronic line calling very much, does she?
I love the commitment afterwards, though, even when the close call shows that it's not really that close.
Might be trouble playing her on a back court, is my takeaway.
The ball tracking doesn't lie.
I think part of it is, she hits the ball so cleanly. She, has real belief in her game and her ability to hit the ball. She doesn't believe some of those balls are going to go out.
That ball was struck so well, it didn't deserve to be out.
Goes out, it's surprising.
Game goal.
That's not surprising, a clean ace up the middle, and so a hold of serve on both sides.
1 game off.
Well, how big is the serve going to be today for both players? If Ostapenko's second serve is going to sit up, Gauff is looking to get all over that. Balls are bouncing a little higher than they have been the last few days, given the conditions are now heating up. Finally some sunshine, but it makes a difference for the players.
You think about how well Ostapenko has been able to play on the red clay. When she has a little bit more time, she can be devastating with her ball striking. It's kind of surprising she hasn't done better here in Australia on these courts that are at times slow enough to give you a little time to hit. I think that some of the challenge for Ostapenko is the high bounce of these courts. You have the red clay, it's a bit slower, but it doesn't really bounce up at you. But these courts, it does, and it gets just a little out of her strike zone where she's most comfortable sometimes.
This end of the court, the sun can sometimes prove problematic with that ball toss. Right at this time of day.
It's 13.
Yeah, is that what she's complaining about, Laura? The angle of the sun? Oh, uncharacteristic complete miscue on the return.
It's funny because she does a lot of complaining, but it never really affects the point. Once she steps up to the baseline, she's all locked in.
It does make her quite compelling to watch, as for the reactions. She's got quite a theatrical side to her game.
That's going to be the side for Ostapenko to try to pick on, the Gauff forehand. And the ball coming so quickly at Gauff, she doesn't have quite enough time to comfortably set up that shot.
Game points for Ostapenko.
That's another much better job from Gauff of staying on the front foot, attacking the forehand, leaning into it, and then the backhand. She is so comfortable. That shot just flows off of her racket.
Nicely into the net by Coco Gauff to set up an early break point.
That's a terrific play from Gauff, and this is an area where she can continue to elevate her game. The athleticism, her comfort at the net, didn't hesitate there. Nothing Ostapenko could do.
Wow, what an angle that was for a winner to break serve. It's Gauff leading Ostapenko 2-1, a break-up early. Well, it's a cracking return of serve. The service game now all important for Gauff to consolidate on the break. Don't allow Ostapenko straight back in.
What's up, Jelena? Okay. Seats quickly, please. Thank you. Any seat for now?
Is it just the movement of the people, Laura, that's bothering her?
Yep, there's just a few people sitting down.
Latecomers.
The crowd will tell them off.
Yeah.
One of the things you look for a player to do is sort of let go of mistakes, move on, and stay in the moment. And Ostapenko, that seems to be one of her strengths. Doesn't hold on to misses, just, you know, keep swinging.
Out. 13-15.
Might just allow Ostapenko a little look here.
31.
It's a little tougher on that forehand side for Gauff to lean and deal with the power. Ostapenko on the backhand, she's got two hands. It's a little extra help. Just produces that side much more cleanly.
Return. And she has got a break back point. The ball sat up. She really punished it.
Yeah, it's going to be important for Ostapenko to sometimes go into the Gauff backhand. She was looking Gauff for the forehand.
I think it's part of the split step. You know, I'll pay attention to it.
Could you hear that, Laura? Come to you in a moment.
Ball.
There is the break back, and it's two apiece.
Yeah, and what happened there is Coco started to get annoyed at Ostapenko just squeaking her shoes around, jumping around before the return, and asked James Kilfvong if he could do anything about it, and he basically said no, it's perfectly within the rules. And if I'm Ostapenko, I'm now going to do that before every single point.
And here's just a note on early breaks. Not too dangerous for Coco Gauff to have got that early break, and we've seen the break back has come. That's that indicating how frequently, when a player gets a break in the first 4 games, they will go on to win that set. So Ostapenko not too worried about having given her serve away early, and indeed she's got it back. Funny thing about squeaky shoes, though, querying yet again.
I mean, we can see those balls are out from here, and we're a little further back than Ostapenko is, but When you're in the moment, under pressure, you want everything to fall in.
I'm cracking up. She's asking her box constantly, is it in, is it out?
What are they going to do about it, even if they thought
Surely
it
she
might have
can
been?
feel that.
She keeps hammering that Gauff backhand side.
15-13.
I think the Ostapenko is very comfortable with her return games, and so even if she drops serve, doesn't get bothered by it too much. Comes right back and just keeps swinging. I think it's going to be more important on serve for Gauff to try to keep that area flowing. Continue to try to hold serve as cleanly as possible, but right now give herself some more looks at break points.
And she's still got one more break point chance.
I just don't feel like she recovers quick enough after the serve. She's split stepping, but then not moving back. And every time Gauff has hit a deep return through the middle of the court, she's off balance straight away.
Juice.
That was a better recovery there. Able to quickly get her feet under her and just needed to get that ball into the open court.
Game point for the 17th seed. Well, not much Gauff can do about that. Quality striking from Ostapenko for a hold of serve, and she leads 3 games to 2.
Ostapenko leads by 3 games to 2. Love.
Is she complaining about people walking after the fact, perhaps?
This is saying how close it was there.
Well, it's kind of anyone's fault but hers at the moment, isn't it? And in a way, it does take the pressure off you. If your mistakes are not your fault, well, then there's no issue.
40 love.
Well, that was all Coco Gauff. No fault of Ostapenko. It's a terrific serve. Really, spectators shouldn't be making their way down to their seats in the lower reaches after the game's begun.
Let's second service.
A hold to love. Quick service game for Coco Gauff. Just measuring every single ball.
3 games on.
Her team by now has to be used to it, and they are hopefully just keeping her on the edge of blowing up. I mean, right now she's even. That was the previous ball that she thought was just behind the line. Too late to try to look at it now.
point from Coco Gauff. She found that cute angle with the backhand, which won her a point a little while ago. Ostapenko equal to it that time, and then still comes up with the winner.
Well, Gauff just quietly going about her business in spite of everything going on. You see the little fist bump there. She is in it. She's got the intensity. She's just channeling it differently.
You have to admire James Kjorthavong's ability to keep a straight face on some of these calls. This is, you know, so clearly out, and she's questioning it. I can see it, and I've got a camera and an umbrella in front of me.
And there's electronic ball tracking anyway. Well, she can have a right to feel a little stressed now. 3 break points down. And that was off her racket. Gauff had to try and guess which way to go.
Yeah, you could see Gauff really focusing on trying to keep depth on her shots, keep Ostapenko back in the court that time. Couldn't really avoid it, hit that ball shorter, just trying to keep it in play. When you're playing against this style of an opponent, there's just always pressure. You can never really relax because they can change things with one swing. They can go from making a mistake to hitting a clean winner. Never fully just settle in.
Well, that's great work from Ostapenko. 3 break points saved.
That's terrific playing from Ostapenko, not giving up on this game and just continuing to believe in the game that got her here.
And as soon as she's actually in trouble, as soon as she's break point down, the complaints stop.
Yeah, nothing like focusing the mind, hey?
Well, and her backhand is a thing of beauty. I mean, she can hit that shot on a dime. Backhand up the line is devastating. That is the shot, really, that got her the French Open title.
Let's for service.
Just caught that one a little bit late. She's got to be aware of the speed and court coverage of Gauff, and that may get Gauff a point or two here or there.
There's another break point then. And she focus her mind once more. Come up with some clean striking, find another winner. Oh, yes, she can. It's like she just finds another level to go to when back's against the wall.
I felt like Coco really had enough time to go topspin on that backhand that she dropped into the slice, maybe just waiting for an error off Ostapenko's forehand, but that was half a chance.
Oh, wrong-footed her. She's all right. Is she okay?
Yeah, all good.
Well, just when you think Ostapenko has one shot to go to, she comes up with that squash forehand slice. Tremendous. Causing Gauff to tumble. Yeah, just caught that foot, you could see, trying to change direction.
Well, after all that and 4 break points for Coco Gauff, but Ostapenko with the hold. And it's the 17th seed, leading 4-3 in the first.
By 4 games to 3.
Good use of these new balls, land some first serves. Feel the ball fizzing off the racket strings. Now I'm noticing the squeaky shoes, just as the ball's at the peak of the ball toss.
Man, the court doesn't help. It, exaggerates those sounds. But that was that kick from Gauff that got out of Ostapenko's strike zone, a little higher above the shoulders.
Again, kick serve once more.
40 love.
She held her last service game to love, Coco Gauff, so she's had a couple of quick ones.
Let's for service.
Almost the same serve. Didn't get up quite as high enough, and Ostapenko making a good adjustment. Just getting over the top of that ball a little bit more. This would be a good time for a first serve from Gauff.
Yep, got that first serve in wide. She's been holding serve much more comfortably than Ostapenko. And we're 4 games all in this opening set.
4 games all.
It's definitely more physical, some of these points, than they may be seen, just because of the pace that Ostapenko hits with, what Gauff is having to contend with, the movement she's bringing into play. In this kind of match, it's so important to try to stay plugged in as much as possible every single point if you're Gauff. Not easy to do against this style of an opponent.
Chance to just put a bit of pressure on Ostapenko on serve here. Gauff has had 7 break points, able to convert 1 of them. That was the first break of serve of the match.
30-15.
Over the last couple of seasons, Ostapenko has gotten her ranking back up, found ways to just be a little more clutch in big moments in matches. This is certainly one of them.
And she's beaten top 10 players on a number of occasions, and not least a tournament in Doha. She went deep in beating Krejcikova. But when she won the title in Dubai, victories over Swiatek, players with such experience as Kvitova.
Game.
So there's a hold, much more comfortable hold than the last couple of service games. But we remain with serve. Ostapenko, 5 games to 4. So far, so good.
30-11.
Got to find that control over those ground strokes, just as we were saying, Chanda. No good if the power's there, but no accuracy. Game points for 5-all.
Game.
That is the game. Going toe-to-toe through this opening set.
5 games all.
Coco Gauff. High intensity work out there on the court.
That's another one of those shots where Ostapenko just takes a little bit off, goes for the angle, gets on the outside of the ball. Really smart play.
Those numbers you saw, Coco Gauff, is the changes of direction she's been asked to make by Ostapenko. And those being when we saw her lose her footing and crash to the ground. She's been really pushed from side to side. Oh, she's got it that time. No worries about questioning the line.
That was a bit of high intensity change there for Ostapenko. I mean, she had to defend and go from defense to offense and did it beautifully there.
Well, that's a big service game for Ostapenko, and she moves ahead 6 games to 5 in the opening set.
Leads by 6 games to 5.
Ball.
Should not be hitting any second serves to the Ostapenko backhand right now. Go for the slider wide all day, every day.
Yeah, up the middle to the forehand.
15.
See if she opts to go out wide this time. And the backhand didn't work.
Well, that time, good placement and pace a little into the left hip of Ostapenko. Couldn't swing out as freely.
That was a great serve. Ostapenko wanting to check where it bounced. She's pretty pleased with that.
Please turn the mobile phone off, please. Thank you.
The phone is still ringing. Into the open court from Ostapenko. Quality points.
And once Ostapenko gets in that kind of position, there's not a lot you can do except hope she maybe misses. Just pulls it just shy of the line. No mistake there, though.
Ostapenko pulling this game back from 40-15.
Ostapenko's backhand is firing right now. It just feels like she's getting even more weight of shot behind that than she has done the last couple rounds. And I just think it's partly the conditions. The speed out here is looking really quick at the moment, taking the heat of the weather.
Set point. Game turning on its head.
Let's second service.
Well, that was only the second break point chance that Ostapenko had all set. And she's made it count.
7 games to 5.
Takes the opening set against Coco Gauff, 7 games to 5.
The rule's been put in place, and it allows players to get feedback from their teams. Not every player wants to use it, but could be valuable here.
Well, that just might spark Coco Gauff up a little bit. Cracking return of serve.
Yes, it's a new set. Important to just start over. She was right there, Gauff was. Has to keep some of that positive energy.
Ostapenko, though, is right there herself.
30 all.
She felt an ounce of pressure on her serve at 15:30. She didn't show it.
Ostapenko looking over at Gauff in disbelief. Can't believe she made that return.
And it is an early break point for Gauff, who's now dropped a set for the first time this calendar year.
Yeah, it was right there. That is one that Gauff would love to have back. Just clipping the tape.
Game point now.
Advantage, Ostapenko.
So it's Gauff who's had more aces. 5 to just 2 for Ostapenko, but Ostapenko's got a sneaky quick serve. She can get some free points. That was another big one.
Let's for service.
There's that return at the line once again.
Well, she was looking to do the right thing there, leaned in on her second serve, but just can't quite get the placement going. That should be deep to Ostapenko's forehand, and then you've always got a chance to get in behind it. But to the backhand, you're just straight back in trouble.
Big wild return, and another break point has gone begging for Coco Gauff. Ostapenko is set up, and now a game to love up. Ostapenko's first time in the 4th round.
Let's for service.
This will be a challenge for Gauff in this second set to figure out the adjustments to make on her serve. She's at 48% of first serves in. That is too low. She's getting a few more aces. She's getting some service winners, some free points from it. But if she backs off and gets a few more first serves in, does that number go down in terms of the effectiveness? That's the challenge here. She's got to get more first serves going. One of the ways to do that is to sometimes use the second serve as a first. Maybe a good hard kick that gives you a little more margin, ensures you get that first serve in some critical moments.
Ostapenko can't believe it again. She leapt all over the return off the second serve.
Yeah, Gauff got a little bit lucky there too. I think it's just going to be incredibly difficult to try to beat Ostapenko with her second serve. Serve is a strength of the Gauff game. That has got to be a little more effective.
Points to Gauff. We know the winner of this match will play either Iga Świątek or Rybakina. News from out on court is that Iga Świątek is out. So the top seed, world number 1, no longer in the championships. That backhand again. But that's a result which will certainly have some reverb, Chanda.
Everybody's noticing that result in the draw. And you know, Iga Świątek maybe wasn't the complete favorite on this surface, but her being out, that's pretty big.
Wow, that's a power winner with that backhand. Such a strength.
You guys can probably see it better from up there with the angle that you're on, but I just feel like Coco's maybe going too much through that middle third of the court. She doesn't want to give Ostapenko the angle to work with on the backhand, but I just feel like it's maybe not enough width to get her out of position.
That was at the first serve, and that, I think, is what Gauff needs. She's got to play from a stronger position earlier in these rallies. Play a little more first strike tennis to match Ostapenko.
Fighting, putting all this pressure on Coco Gauff.
Well, it's so difficult once Ostapenko is on her front foot to get her off of it. I mean, you have to hope for a miss at that stage. And so Gauff, she's getting a few misses, but she's got to play more on the front foot earlier in rallies. And the first opportunity to do that is on her serve when the balls are in her hands.
Ball.
Oh, she's done well there. Again, a return with added power from Ostapenko. Gauff will be very relieved if she can get out of this service game intact.
That's just a monster return. Demoralizing as well. I mean, it was a second serve. It sat in the middle of the box, but Ostapenko treated it very badly.
It was thunderous. Great pass. It'll make Gauff feel a little better. A really important moment too.
Well, before the last point, she was shouting over at the box about the first serve percentage, basically saying, I can't find a serve right now, and maybe she just needs to let some of this tension go.
Let's second service.
She needed that hold. Badly needed it. She can almost reset now because that was a real struggle. One game each.
Yeah, I mean, it just felt like Ostapenko was looking to create more space in this match. Almost a 7-minute game that it took for Gauff to hold serve. And although she's even here in this second set, it feels like a big win at this moment. Maybe that's something Gauff can build on.
First serve percentage is only 33% for this second set, Gauff. Through that game. Oh, great work, up to the net. It's just these last couple points, last few minutes might spark something in her.
It's another good play. I mean, that's first strike tennis. She's not giving Ostapenko a chance to open up the court in these rallies. Return, come in and put the pressure on. Take your chances. And the importance of making those plays into the net. Even if you lose some of them, you're putting it on your opponent's mind that you're gonna do it. They can't just sit back and expect that ball to come from the entire other half of the court.
Ostapenko just in charge from behind the baseline.
Terrific ball striking. You could see Coco kind of shrugging her shoulders to her team as if to say, what can I do? And not much you can do. A rally like that.
So tough, isn't it? Because when she's serving, she's struggling with her first serve, and when she's not serving, she's facing this deluge of firepower from the other end. Gauff needed to do better than that when she made that drop shot. A bit of variety from the Ostapenko game. Ostapenko with serve, 2-1 in the second set.
Ostapenko leads by 2-1.
It's cute. She's even laughing at herself. It was Gauff who made the early running. She got the first break in this match, and Ostapenko broke straight back. Oh, a couple of misses. This is almost what Gauff at times has been relying on or waiting for.
Well, she hasn't come in that many times. I mean, a couple of points here in this second set stand out because it's early in the set, and she's been successful.
Let's for service.
She came in just once, Gauff did, the entire first set.
Goodness me, that was on the line.
30-15.
We look at, you know, some of the numbers for Gauff, and in this second set, she's got 6 winners, 2 unforced errors, and she's still down. They're on serve, but she's still down 2-1. I mean, that's why she's struggling to kind of figure out what to do out there.
Well, that was much better. She was calling all the shots in that point.
40-15. Let's for service.
Bold.
Coco Gauff did have 40-15 on her serve in the last game of the second set. And she was broken.
Yeah, that first set.
The first set,
it went awry so quickly for her. Is in danger here. It's gotta keep the focus. First serve, we keep saying it, but it's vital right now.
No keeping Ostapenko down at the moment, though.
Well, it seems like Coco is almost a little shocked when she makes her first serve, because for me, that third ball that she hit, the +1 shot after the serve, could have been a lot better. She went through the middle of the court. It didn't have a huge amount of depth on it, and then Ostapenko's right back in the rally, and she's got so much confidence at the moment.
Ball.
Game point.
Advantage Gauff.
Precious game point. Stays with Ostapenko, and we're 2 games apiece.
That's just good fighting, good competing. Ostapenko made decision there, just laid that volley up, kind of back to Gauff, and Gauff made her pay for it. But it's just the ability to just hang in there that got Gauff that game.
So no breaks yet in this second set.
Feels like the longer Gauff can hang in this set, keep holding serve, the more she may relax and just find little magic when she needs it. Bold.
Very effective second serve. And banging down the aces.
It's such an effective serve, though, that slider out wide, short in the court with a sharp angle. Even somebody as quick as Gauff can't even make a move.
Terrific angle.
40-15.
We haven't seen Ostapenko put under much pressure on her serve at all through this match yet. That's another hold for the 17th seed. And she moves ahead. 3-2 in the opening set. She leads by a set to love. It's better.
Yeah, I think she's got to play a little more for placement on the serve, and that one's still good pace, but a little further from the line, a little more margin.
Wonderful. Great precision.
30 love.
Hold.
30-15.
That's still the most comfortable serve for Gauff. That serve up the tee with where she tosses the ball and how she goes up to it isn't quite as comfortable going to the slice out wide consistently yet. Hold. Hold.
Two double faults.
40-13.
When having to go into the Ostapenko backhand, that just adds pressure. Gauff knows how devastating that shot can be. Trying to overplay.
Again, Gauff made to do so much running, changes of direction.
Juice.
Gauff taking a little more time in the shade here. This is critical moments for her. That's a serve. Got to be able to mix that one in.
Advantage Gauff.
The wrong side for Gauff.
It teetered just on the edge of falling over and then fell back onto Gauff's side.
It's like it had a decision to make, that ball. Still struggling to get 50% of his first serves in. But that one is working well, and she can nail it.
You've got to force a player to beat you with their less comfortable side if they're gonna win, if they're gonna break in these pressure moments. That is what Gauff has done the last couple of points on the deuce side.
a service game to hold, but hold she does, and we stay 3 games all with serve in the second set.
On that last point, you can almost see Gauff overthinking, where do I place the serve on the ad side, because she's found that tee a couple of times, but it's pretty low percentage, and just the feeling of, you know, where do I go? She doesn't want to go for the kick serve that we keep trying to almost encourage her to do, to take the pace off, because it's sitting up into Ostapenko's backhand. But I almost think you've got to take the hit if the first serve percentage isn't there.
Yeah, I also think the body serve, you know, got to be mixed in there and try to keep Ostapenko a little off balance, guessing a little bit. Not going to always win that battle, but may get you some inroads.
Maybe got to take half a step back on some of these returns as well, because there's so many mishits creeping in where she's having to battle in every single one of her service games, and Ostapenko's flying through hers.
Ball. 30.
First double fault of this set for Ostapenko. That court is not liking Coco Gauff at the moment. One more hold, and this set continues with serve. Ostapenko, 4 games to 3. The first serve has been a problem for Gauff throughout the match.
Loved.
To get that first serve in, you've got to do better with the third shot. Excellent.
The first ace of the set for Gauff. That's got to feel a little gratifying.
Pressure moments.
Okay. We'll put some more in after this game, okay? After this game, bring me 1 minute.
Ball. So good. Such a good return, just curling away from Gauff.
30-14.
Ostapenko doing so much better on those pressure point moments than Coco Gauff. It's really important points that can swing a game, and this to create a break point. Gauff is broken at a critical time of the match. Ostapenko just one service game away from a place in the quarterfinal.
And this has been the frustration for Gauff in a game where she gets her first ace of the set, a service winner where the return doesn't come back, she still loses the game.
Let's for service.
Coco Gauff who got the first break of the match, and it's really been the only time where she's been on top since then. It's felt like a struggle ever since Ostapenko broke back immediately.
That point felt like a little tension for Ostapenko, and she recognized it. She went back cross court, went behind Gauff, gave herself some space. Never easy closing out a big match like this, and this would be a big win for Ostapenko.
She's already got further in the Australian Open than she ever has done before. A former Grand Slam champion. She's never been into the quarterfinals at Melbourne Park. Keep playing. Gauff needs to keep fighting. Find some belief.
30-15.
And it's Ostapenko now with too much points.
40-15.
Former French Open champion. Looking for a place in the quarterfinals.
Thank you.
Into the quarterfinals she goes. Just one solitary break in the second set. And Ostapenko, the 17th seed, goes through. Coco Gauff exits. And it's been quite a pummeling performance from Jelena Ostapenko. Straight set, 7-5, 6-3.